So yeah, just check it all out down in the description, subscribe, you know the deal at this point. And as always, thank you so much for watching, keep loving Owl House, and I will see you next time. What is going on, guys? I'm Director Nat, back for another reaction, and today we are checking out Star Trek Lower Decks Season 5, Episode 1. This is the start of the last season of Star Trek Lower Decks. So yeah, it's been a hot minute since I did any reactions on this channel. I think the last reaction I did was the Owl House series finale back in, what was it, May of last year? So yeah, and then the last video I did on this channel, period, I think was a few months ago, where I gave a belated update on why I'd been gone for so long and what I was up to now, which is, you know, most content like over on my second channel, the Media Monologue. But I always told myself I was gonna come back to doing reactions eventually, even if it was just every once in a while, and there's no better time than the final, yes, that is sad, final season of Star Trek Lower Decks. I love this show, especially because I almost watched this show a couple of years ago, but I thought, well, you know, it's probably got a lot of Star Trek references in it, and I really wanted to get caught up in the Star Trek franchise, and I did get caught up on the entire Star Trek franchise. It took me about 2 years. I think I started sometime in late 2022 and finished a couple months ago, but yeah, from the original series in 1966 all the way up to the most recent release, which I think was Discovery Season 5, right? Yeah, I've seen every single Star Trek TV show, movie, short, all of it, so I'm completely caught up, and that's one of the joys, because not only is Star Trek Lower Decks a really fun cartoon, but I can actually get all the references, which makes it even more fun. That's actually another video I've been meaning to make on my second channel. I had hoped to get my ranking of all the Star Trek TV shows done before Season 5 premiered, but I didn't get around to it, so maybe I'll do that on my second channel after the season is over. But yeah, I'm really happy to be back doing something on this channel. Normally I would be wearing my Owl House Bad Girl Coven shirt, but I already wore it recently to a local Comic-Con I went to, where I got this awesome She-Ra shirt. You'll also notice that my background is different, which actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if you could tell, because the setup I have right now is kind of similar, and the wall color is kind of similar to my old place. Well, I mean, except you can obviously tell that the giant shelves with all the books are not there anymore, which sadly I couldn't take those with me because they were mounted to the wall. But yeah, I moved into a new place with my younger brother since I was last on this channel, so I'm in an apartment now, so obviously that means different recording space, but eventually I'll, you know, again, like I said, I was at Comic-Con recently where I got this shirt, and I've got a whole bunch of nerd shit on a display over there, so eventually I'll start, you know, throwing up things like the risque Rogue posters I got. Those were a lot of fun. So where did we leave off with Star Trek Lower Decks? Season 4, I believe, ended with Tindy. Am I getting her name right? I always get really paranoid when I haven't watched a show in a while that I'm gonna forget all the characters' names. Yeah, she went back to Orion, and so this season premiere is probably gonna deal with her coming back to the Cerritos. Other than that, I can only guess. I think the title of this episode, Dos Cerritos, so maybe this is, if I just had to guess, and like, I caught a little bit of a screenshot while I was loading the episode. I don't really know the context of what I was seeing, so if I had to guess, maybe Dos Cerritos, this is going to be a situation where 2 crews are created. That would be a pretty standard Star Trek formula, but that's all I really have in the way of speculation. And real quick before we get into this, a bit of self-promotion, especially since I haven't been on this channel in a while and there may be some new people watching this. I have done a whole bunch of other reactions in the past to shows like The Owl House, Amphibia, She-Ra, etc. And some other reviews and fun things, so be sure to check that out. I have a second channel called the Media Monologue where I do the occasional video essay, ranking video, things like that. I'm also a contributing writer to the Star Wars beat at Screen Rant. I've, you know, because I love Star Wars, I've written some fun articles over there. So with all that out of the way, let's not waste any more time. It's been a year and a half now since I did a reaction on this channel, and I'm really excited to see what they've got in store for us. So here we go. Star Trek Lower Decks Season 5, Episode 1, the beginning of the end for a really great show. Let's check it out. Oh yeah. I like how they make this intro animated instead of just, you know, keeping the one they use for live action. Bum, bum, bum. Somewhere in the beta quadrant, okay.
Luckily, I have several to go around. I'm rich is what I'm saying.
Okay, art collection. So my first instinct is that this is that guy from the one episode of Next Generation when he kidnapped Data, and this almost kind of looks and sounds like Tindy, but in disguise. And oh, right, Orions are pirates. That's probably what they're doing.
Incoming Orion ship! Crawl back to whatever slime dungeon you were born in, Orion.
I would rather die than return to my childhood dungeon. Fire!
I can control the entire ship from this room.
Wow, that's the first interesting thing you've said all day! I'm the mistress of the winter constellations.
Wait, am I supposed to know what that is?
I told you what would happen if you didn't surrender.
Whoa, whoa, stop! What are you doing? Think about how much fear will spread if we keep them all alive.
Well, can I at least chop off an ear?
Astrid! Oh, come on!
I've always wanted one of these.
Fine.
Oh, no!
Jack Quaid. I especially loved him, and I'm sorry, I'm really bad with actors' names. I especially love him and the actor who plays, why am I struggling with names right now? Oh, is the intro slightly different? Maybe they decided to shake things up a little bit for the last season. Mariner. He and the actor who plays Mariner. I like them in the live action crossover with Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Alright, here we go. Dos Cerritos. Oh my god.
It's here, it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here.
Starfleet publishes a periodical?
Yeah, they interviewed Boiler after he captured the Cerritos, and now he's peeing his pants about it.
I'm not in here. They cut me out.
Look, I am sure you were the 31st under 30.
There's 15 honorable mentions. One of them went to Naomi Wildman. She's like 10 years old.
Wait, Naomi Wildman. I should know who that is, but I'm drawing a blank at the moment.
I'm still trying to not get thrown in the brig all the time. How am I supposed to be, like, a leader?
What the?
Rutherford, where did you come from, buddy?
Dude, Rutherford.
You've been working yourself to the bone since Tendy left.
Oh.
Nah, I like the way work makes it hard for my brain to focus on the sad stuff.
We're arriving at our destination.
Woohoo! My work!
I'm sorry, it shouldn't be this funny.
This is like the third one this month. Boo! Interdimensional portal.
With statistically abnormal regularity.
Oh.
Who knows what kind of parallel universe stuff could drift into our dimension?
I like the parallel universe stuff.
Imagine meeting like a bunch of weirdos with like feet for hands or feet for eyes or, you know, something more creative than that.
Uh-oh.
Captain, the Fisher's losing integrity.
Brace for impact!
We're dunking into the rift like a big old cookie!
Okay, so we're gonna see another Cerritos crew in an alternate dimension.
Looks like that was more of a light show than anything else.
We were lucky.
Let's not push it.
We're being hailed.
Hey, by who?
It's the Cerritos.
Oh boy. Is it like an identical Cerritos situation or different designs and personality?
Stupid dimensional rifts.
On screen. What up, Cerritos? Captain Becky Freeman. Looks like we have a lot to discuss.
Impressive enough to pay off my debt and let me return to Starfleet?
I gave you an entire warship
My crew won't stop trying to stab everything.
Oh, I get it. You was debating the ethics of goop with your Starfleet nerds.
Is that Orion?
Yep, from the time of the Great Plague over 300 years ago. Bought the location from our road.
If I retrieve this thing, we're even? I can go back to the Cerritos?
That's the deal.
She smiled evilly while she said that. I don't trust her.
We are stuck here with uncanny alternate versions.
Oh, it's slightly darker yellow. I like that.
I learned it from strangling Cardassians. I did too.
According to scans, quantum signatures of the parallel cruise exhibit.
Of course, she's the same.
Fascinating. You say remarkable, while I say fascinating. Remarkable. Fascinating.
We represent each other's
Oh my
lives.
god, he's got a Riker beard.
We found a way to send the
Oh,
other Cerritos home.
he became like a king after all?
And allow us to return to the Prime Universe.
Hey, this is the Prime Universe.
We'll need to design an infrastructure to transfer energy.
Everyone, pair up with your own counterpart. Speaking of which, where am I?
Uh-oh.
Let's just say, it's really nice to see you again.
Oh, man.
Tim, when he met
Hey, Becky, how do you go by that? Just saying it once aged me 15 years. I guess what I should have done is hide behind my middle name to distance myself from my mother. Mariner. Okay, yeah, respect. Seeing myself as a captain is wild. It wasn't easy to get here. But hey, stick with me today. Maybe you'll pick up some tips. Oh, tips! Teach me your ways, oh master. Oh. But seriously, thank you. I do. I really appreciate it, yeah.
God, just imagine how cool, but also like really sad that would be, you know, to meet your counterpart who is like wildly successful. That also makes you kind of feel inferior about your own life. Not that I am an insecure person.
Think of what we could pillage with a ship this size. A starving.
I really like her hair in particular.
Let's nose around a bit.
Green Orions.
Blue Orions.
Okay, nobody pull their disruptors.
I upgraded my internal cybernetics so that I can withstand the vacuum.
You got rid of all your guts and goo? Now that's commitment. I'm gonna hang back. And I'm sure you nailed it. Us Bradwards, we were born to be captains.
Wow, you're a real... You don't have a Tendi here?
We did, but she left Starfleet to be a full-time pirate. Rutherford was so upset, he wiped her from his memory banks.
Oh, dang.
Then there's no choice. I'll have to be Rutherford's Tendi!
Rutherford?
Yeah, that's what I've been calling him.
That's adorable.
And then he shouts, "My bones!"
Oh, this is really cool. So it's like almost like maybe some of the characters' early history is the same, but then there's going to be a particular point where it's like, oh, well, this is where if she had made that choice, then it would have gone down this whole different path. That's really cool. You know, I know the multiverse is really overdone in today's movie and TV market, but Star Trek has always handled parallel universes like really well, in my opinion.
Yeah, but like a badass loose cannon.
Hey, what the hell?
Oh, why's everybody on edge? Because I keep them on edge. A captain has to maintain discipline above all else. Back straight, stop slouching.
Yes, Captain.
Fear is the best motivator.
Yeah.
There's no interpersonal conflict allowed on my ship.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know that's probably, you know, I don't know how intentional that was, but like, so there's been like a long running debate, you could say, in the Star Trek community ever since like the Next Generation, because Gene Roddenberry, when he created the Next Generation, he felt that humans of the 24th century would be so evolved that workplace and interpersonal conflict just like wouldn't be a thing anymore, because humans are more mature and involved, and they would especially know to avoid that in a place like Starfleet. But that kind of made things a problem because you know, that made it harder for the characters to do interesting things or have development or create drama or things like that. So they kind of laxed that rule just a bit as the series went on, and it made it easier to develop the characters. But now, from now on, like, you know, there's always the two camps of people, you know, who say that, you know, having characters who are slightly more flawed or bigger makes for better storytelling. But then there are the people who say, well, this is supposed to represent the best version of humanity in the future. They wouldn't be doing all this petty stuff. So it's like, obviously the answer is somewhere in the middle, but whenever I hear, you know, workplace conflict, like, I always, you know, go back to it. And I'm sure with all their references in this show, these guys have to be mega Star Trek nerds too, so.
Blue Orions, what are you patriarchal doofuses doing here?
Oh, so there are like blue Orions that are a patriarchal society, and then there are green Orions that are a matriarchal society. It's kind of interesting. Hope they bring that into live action. That would be pretty interesting to explore.
Healed? What is this trickery?
Oh, are they like less technologically advanced?
Initiate energy transfer.
Aye, aye, Captain.
I'm supposed to press the button, you sexy bastard. This is my universe, you steamy hunk.
Our deflectors are now linked with the bad Cerritos.
How dare you?
Your Highness.
I don't get it. In this alternate universe, why was he, you know, still allowed to be king, but he also somehow stays on the Cerritos? Well, at least he was allowed to get laid.
Let me guess. Math is 0.327% harder in your universe.
Well, maybe we should contact my counterpart and see if she has any ideas. What did happen to her, by the way? Can we talk?
Gramble. His throat slid by his mistress. What? Kadir Badith Bomote?
Enough! I have
Oh my god! What century do you think it is?
What the hell? You can't hit people. They can be your crew or your friends. Weird, because I don't hit either one.
Those days are over. Well, what I'm over is being a hero if this is how I turn out. I am such a jerk!
When I look at Otherford, I see what I could become without Tendi. And I don't want that. No matter how awesome he is. I mean, look at him. He's got a third arm that pops out of his chest.
That guy's uncomfortably close to being a Borg.
Wait, that's it.
Huh?
What are you doing? Just making a small adjustment to your friendship matrix. I am not here to make friends. There. I am here to make friends. Heck yeah! Thanks for this.
You know what's weird? I killed that guy.
I don't know, maybe you missed his vital organs.
Yeah, right. I'm a very accurate stabber, as you're about to find out, traitor.
God, how can anyone put up with her?
Are you talking trash with such familiarity because you were under the impression that I am from your dimension?
Ew, I had you guys flipped. Sorry. Mariner, a word. You gonna hit me with your little riding crop a couple times through the road? Yeah, kinda. No, I was kidding!
The heck? Is being in the same dimension like affecting your guys' brain chemistry and just making you really, really mad?
Wait, what did you do to my hair? Oh my god, are you replacing me? Oh, God, do you know how hacky that is? Yes, and I don't care. How do I look? Cute, which sucks. And you're welcome! Don't you give me that sarcastic Vulcan salute!
We can pirate without killing anyone.
Then how are we ever gonna stop being pirates?
What do you mean? You're the mistress of the winter constellations. You were such a pirate badass that your family let you leave to follow your passions.
Yeah, we want to kick as much ass as you so we can follow our dreams. I want to bake.
I want to dance!
And I want to teach ethics at Orion University.
Stop with all the killing.
Happily. Cleaning dry blood off my blade is kind of an ordeal anyway.
Maybe we can distract our enemies with the powers of dance.
What do you think?
I can't think.
Captain?
I'd have to agree with my tactical officer.
You've shown me how dark my life could be without Tendi around, and also that it's possible for a guy covered in gizmos to live in the vacuum of space. Wait, don't... Go ahead. Erase the memory of me. I am saving it. It is time to make some memories. Aw, buddy!
Wait up, party people. Oh, you weren't going to abandon your old friend Amundo, were you?
Friend Amundo?
It was good to see you. Don't make too many mistakes, or you'll end up at Starbase 80 just like our Captain Freeman.
What?
What?
Worst station in Starfleet.
Oh wait, so she's not dead, she's just at Starbase 80? Is that the garbage one that Mariner was sent to that one time when everyone thought she was a traitor?
Hail them.
When we take this ship, finally no one will scoff at the blue Orions.
Yeah, they will fear and respect
Orions.
stupid and our ridiculous uniforms.
I love not killing people! Okay, these breathers are definitely not keeping the gas out.
I really need you guys to back me up, please.
You never say please.
You said social pleasantries are a sign of being a little
You're not the captain.
No, I'm not. She did a classic switcheroo and took my place on my Cerritos. I know you all respond to being screamed at. I just want to get home.
Nobody deserves to be swapped out against their will. You heard the captain, Mr. Shax?
Locking phasers.
Did they just gently phase on my ship?
She really sucks, right, Mother?
Mother?
You can't make me go back. I want to stay here and be charmingly insubordinate.
Oh, you alternate reality people are real pieces of work.
Mom, it's me, the real Mariner. I can prove it. Last week, you asked me to look at a weird mole.
Yeah, I already know it's you.
I order you to let
Oh, I've been wanting to say this for a long time. You're going to the brig, Captain.
Oh, hey, at least now you're a cool rogue again.
You're acting captain.
On it.
Damn, he's good.
Oh, that's a cool design. Always loved the design of that base.
I'll just be the kind of commander I wish I had had.
Remarkable.
Are you?
I have fooled you.
God. Sometimes we forget that she is rather emotional for a Vulcan.
Mrs. Erica! Mrs. Erica! The Blue Orions have declared war!
What? Why?
They claim the Mistress used unpirate-like conduct to claim the ship.
No, this is my mess. I'm gonna stay and clean it up. All right. If it's a war they want, they can have it.
You know, I'm actually glad that she didn't go back right away because I felt that if she had just suddenly shown up after Rutherford had worked through his stuff, then it wouldn't really have meant as much because he just gets his best friend back anyway. And, you know, I feel that's the mistake that a lot of season premieres make, is that they think, oh, well, it's been a long time in the real world since we saw these characters, so we'll just, you know, get them reunited. But, you know, then later on, when you're just looking at the series, and maybe if you're just watching it back to back after the fact, then suddenly it's like, oh, well, those consequences didn't last very long, so I like that. All right, so that was Lower Deck Season 5, Episode 1. It was a really solid premiere. I always really like these alternate dimension Star Trek episodes. I feel that they're a really fun way to explore alternate possibilities. I surprisingly loved the subplot with Tindy and her pirates a lot more than I thought it would. You know, honestly, I just like a whole bunch of spin-off episodes about, you know, badass Orion women just going around the galaxy fucking shit up. And yeah, it seems like, you know, they're also using this episode to set up things like Mariner being more of a leader and what that's going to look like, Boimler continuing to be insecure about his own life and if he should do something different, and, you know, especially seeing a superior version of himself, and Captain Freeman possibly ending up at Starbase 80. This also makes me really frustrated because it's probably going to be one of those situations where they didn't know that they were going to get canceled when they were making this season, so I really hope it doesn't end up that there are either certain characters and storylines that we would have wanted a little more resolution to, but we're not gonna get, or even if the season is gonna like end on a cliffhanger, like that would really suck. Hopefully the Save Lower Decks movement has some success and we end up getting more, but I mean, I saw the poster for this being the final season, so I don't think that's gonna happen. But either way, that was a really fun start, and I believe episode 1 and episode 2 both premiered on the same day, so I'm gonna go ahead and do them in the same video and react to episode 2 right now. Or maybe I'll end up having to split it into 2 parts depending on how hard it is to get past copyright. I don't know, we'll see. All right, what planet are we on now? Ah, more pirate lady stuff, I like it.
We take your lives.
What the?
What's that supposed to be?
Oh.
I only had like 6. Hey!
Just 10 more minutes.
We barely even pillaged.
Okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you okay?
Yeah, all good. Just a little bit of heartburn.
How old are they again? Like late teens, early 20s?
Drop it.
I bet this is going to be an incurable disease that only some kind of alien entity or traveling to another dimension is going to solve. Right, this time I'm going to pay closer attention to the intro to see if they've made any little changes that I can spot. Yeah, it was the hand that caught my attention in the last episode. I can't remember if that hand's ever been there before. Or if the lines have ever been there before. Like, I know what episode that's referencing. Like, I think that's the pilot of Next Generation. I just can't remember if they were there before.
The Cerritos has arrived at Targalis 9, a recent addition to the Federation, to help dismantle their capitalist system of wealth. Having just acquired post-scarcity technology...
That's another thing I also love about Lower Decks is because obviously, you know, themes like this are addressed every once in a while and are kind of present, but it's funny when they just take it to an extreme and discuss it like to this level. And you know, this really is an example about how Star Trek really did shape how I view the world now. It's like basically whenever I think about what I want the world to be or what the world could be, you know, Star Trek is kind of my go-to vision for a positive future. And then like, so that's what we have to live up to now. Again, I know there's a lot of debate about whether a moneyless society would actually work, capitalism versus socialism, all that stuff. But you know, I've always seen it as like the Star Trek writers being like, okay, here's a really positive version of the future. Now you people in the present figure out how to actually make it happen. So let's figure out how to actually make it happen. Because it's certainly better than what we have now. Oh, he's got a little mustache.
You finished converting the stock exchange into an animal hospital?
Yeah, smells a lot better in there now, believe it or not. Plus, they're using all the old briefcases as litter boxes. Wait, you've never had pointers before?
Pointers, not pointers. I read a, Brad Boimler Fun Foss. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm in.
Essence, why don't you take an hour off? You've earned it.
But there's just too much on the line. And now I have to keep my pregnancy secret.
Why are you in my office with the lights off, weirdo?
Oh, I was just looking for a dagger.
There are literally daggers in every room.
Oh, right.
Totally forgot.
Gotta get back to cutting stuff.
Wait. While you're here, I have some big news.
Really?
We've been summoned before the Orion Pirate Queen.
Was there anything else you need to tell me?
Yeah. If you keep standing in dark rooms, people are gonna think you're a creep.
Right.
Okie dokie!
There is no urgency. I will wait.
Oh, you mean just stand there right behind my back, staring off into space and doing nothing?
That is correct.
Oh, okie dokie.
Oh, okay, so they are all technically one society. I guess that makes sense, you know, Orion Pirate. Okay, so Tindy's family are not like the royal family. They're just a powerful faction within the Orion Syndicate. Gotta remind myself of something. Yes, I have seen every episode of the Star Trek franchise, but that's a lot of information to remember.
And Azure.
They're going by Azure now?
Better than Big Blue Losers, I guess.
We can barely afford to feed our blazzards. I order you to settle this as the Ancients did, with a sail ship race through the Exelon Nebula.
Ooh.
Okay, maybe it'll be fun.
It will not be fun. The losing house will be removed from the syndicate, and their wealth given to the winner.
What? Hell yeah!
Okay, well, let's just make sure we wear helmets and knee pads. Oh, maybe some full body armor.
Ugh, shut up.
Yeah, we've actually run into a bit of,
Hey! Everything's going great, Commander. Should be done on time.
Glad to hear it. Love that you two are sharing a comm badge. Ransom, out.
Are your feet cold? Oh, do you need some warm fuzzy?
No, I'm fine.
May the best Orion win.
Oh, he will.
Bring it.
Oh, come on, you Orions, you green ladies, you blue fellas. You guys just need to come back together and make whatever color you get when blue and green mixes. Teal, turquoise. One of those two. I don't know.
Let us handle the manual labor. I mean, the work. But imagine how humiliated the Blue Orions would be if you beat them sitting down. Or better yet, lying down, with their feet elevated.
Wait, why are we waiting in line? Everything is free now!
Oh, hey! Stop that overman!
It's the capitalist resistance.
Official, post-scarcity business.
Sure, I'll just replicate a new one.
Again, I know they're really playing it up for comedic effect, but it will be interesting to see, like, I mean, I know for sure it will not happen in my lifetime, but, you know, maybe in a couple hundred years, maybe we will actually move to a post-capitalist, post-scarcity society, and it won't be a nightmare like all the socialist haters say that it will. I don't know. It's fun to imagine the possibilities.
Keep it up, and we've got this in the bag.
This reminds me of that Deep Space Nine episode where, Captain Sisko and Jake flew their own handmade ship.
The Blues are firing on us, but sail ships don't have weapons.
But we have to defend ourselves.
No, we don't.
We have to win the race. Also, I am the goddamn mistress of the winter constellations, and you'll do as I say.
Are you proposing a mutiny?
Yes, but a gentle, supportive mutiny. A cute me. We think you should sorta be relieved of duty.
Sorry, Cap, but the mistress has a plan.
Why are you being so...
Why do you just have handcuffs built into the chair, captain's chair?
Dead! Oh, I forgot to water them. I have failed as a guard and a gardener.
You can't launch a sail ship on its own. Actually, I only lied to you. Everyone else here already knew. You didn't trust me? No. She's the new mistress of the winter constellations.
Oh, you're having a girl?
That's right. And Orion law would require you, the current mistress, to stay and train her for the next 14 years.
You were actually protecting me.
And now Mom and Dad...
I don't know what I'd do if my mom sent me a dragon. Good luck, sir.
I spent the night fully repairing the shuttle.
Ah, this is terrible. I was trying to slow roll the repairs.
Slow roll?
Sandy and I used to work on this every day. It was our project.
I was trying to deceive you into socializing as well.
Wait, you were?
I assumed repairing the shuttle would make for a pleasant surprise.
Aw, to Lynn.
That's really nice. I should not have opposed.
I'm sure we can find something else to work on.
Alright, smash it. What the hell?
We didn't mean to hurt anyone. We just didn't want to lose the capitalist system that gave us ultimate power.
What the?
Thanks to Boimler's Bointer number 16.
The one about flora and fauna?
Its bite makes you seem dead.
I will never again choose the path of violence.
Good you had a little story for yourself today, buddy.
I'll request emergency medical to get us out of here.
Boo,
Oh, man.
Boimler.
We want to go back to the party.
We're clinically dead.
Man, I thought you were fun.
Get your hands off our booty!
Now both our families will get to keep their wealth, and the Queen is going to be happy that we compromised.
You know it, huh?
Yeah, so it was a tie. Pretty smart, right?
No. Everyone loses. The Syndicate will be taking both of your houses' wealth. They cheated. Well, then next time act like a pirate, not Starfleet.
Money's not everything.
Might be nice to take a break from the stress of all the assassination attempts.
I mean, we did just see a whole planet and they seemed much happier by getting rid of money and capitalism.
Tindy! Tindy?
Oh.
Talin, what did you do? You destroyed the entire shuttle!
Whatever shall we do?
Hey, now we can rebuild the whole thing together!
Aw, you destroyed the shuttle.
Treasure trash?
Nah, you know, post-scarce society throwing out all their jewels and crap.
How many jewels?
Oh.
It was your sister's idea, and I'm always happy to improve our diplomatic relations. We were just gonna toss it all in the matter recombinator anyway.
The House of Tendi is proud to serve as the wealth disposal service for Targalis 9.
Wealth disposals.
I'll see you soon, Auntie Mistress of the Winter Constellations. Move it!
Yes, ma'am. Right away, ma'am. I don't want her to get mad at me again. How come you get to carry the jewels?
Alright, so that was Lower Decks Season 5, Episode 2. Okay, so I have to take back what I said now. So Tindy basically did end up coming back right away in the season premiere since they released both of these episodes at the same time. But, you know, they at least gave a little more to it, and I thought the way they did it was mostly satisfying. And again, I mean it now when I say that I could take an entire spin-off of Tindy and her badass Orion women, you know, just going around doing pirate stuff, you know. I thought all that was really great. And again, the whole thing with the planet going fully post-capitalist, burning all their money. I mean, I know that's always been a thing about Star Trek's future, but I just love how they're, you know, fully embracing it and playing it up. And I know that, you know, if some people take it a little too seriously, it's going to be a contentious issue because, you know, capitalism, socialism, you know, class inequality, all that stuff, really hot button issues, especially in today's society. But, you know, it's at least nice to imagine the possibility and to dream big, so let's not take it too seriously. And then Talin, you know, going out of her way to make Rutherford feel better, you know, again, because that's what we forget. She may seem emotionless because she's a Vulcan, but as we saw in her standalone introduction episode, she is rather emotional compared to other Vulcans. And not touched on as much, but I really like seeing this gradual character development that we're getting for Mariner and Boimler. All that stuff is really nice. And overall, this show is just still really entertaining. I love being able to get all the Star Trek references, both big and small. So yeah, very entertaining. Bunch of episodes. I'm glad this show is back, even if it's just for one more season, and it's fun to be doing some reactions again. But with that, I'm going to turn it over to you guys. What did you think of these first 2 episodes of Star Trek Lower Decks? What do you like most about this show? Where would you rank it in regard to the other Star Trek shows, and what do you think is going to happen in the coming episodes? Whatever it is, feel free to share your thoughts down in the comments and let me know what you think. Also, be sure to leave the hashtag #SaveLowerDecks. I mean, again, final season at this point, but maybe it'll do something, I don't know. Be sure to subscribe so that you never miss one of my reactions, and be sure to check out links to my second channel and my articles if those sound interesting to you. As always, thank you so much for watching. Live long and prosper.